USS Gudgeon's first patrol under my command continues, and we have received new orders from Comm Subpack. Gudgeon is to proceed to Area 4, just off Honshu, and conduct anti-shipping operations for a total of 5 days. I suspect these waters will have plenty of targets, but time will tell. After being on patrol for around a month now, the crew and I are starting to get rather wary, and supply is also starting to run low, primarily in the ordnance department. The boat is down to 5 fish in the aft and 1 in the bow. We will have to make them count. Hopefully, these 6 remaining fish are not duds. Gudgeon has arrived at her assigned patrol area, and it did not take long at all for a Japanese welcoming party to arrive. Air search radar picked up multiple contacts, and Gudgeon rapidly submerged to safety. Thankfully, no depth charges were dropped, and the boat remained undamaged. In these very dangerous waters, I think it will be in our best interest to stay submerged during daylight hours and surface at night to recharge batteries and oxygen. Surprisingly, the waters of Area 4 proved to be extremely barren. After a 5-day patrol in the area, all USS Gudgeon encountered was enemy aircraft. We will push onward, however, with our patrol. USS Gudgeon is to proceed southwest towards the Keys Strait. Enemy traffic in this area will be rather heavy. We should have plenty of opportunities to fire off our 6 remaining fish. Let's make them count. Finally, some surface contacts. Radar reports 2 zigzagging blips closing in on our position. Gudgeon is in a fantastic spot and will engage the targets. Well, it looks like we have 2 enemy freighters here closing in on our position. We are in a pretty good spot to submerge the boat and prepare for a underwater torpedo attack. I can't make out any guns or anything on the enemy targets. The seas are a little rough here, so I'm not sure if we will utilize the deck gun. We will if absolutely necessary, however. We have 2 freighters. We only have 1 torpedo in the bow tube, so I think it would be best to utilize the stern torpedo tubes, and we are going to want to get nice and close to these targets. They were zigzagging when we initially picked them up on radar. However, it seems they have stopped those erratic maneuvers. I think now is a good time to man our battle stations as we close in on the targets. Looks like the one in the rear may actually be a tanker. It's fairly difficult to make out at this point, however. I guess a brief update on our situation. We are way down here now. I mean, we went down to this patrol area. We did not find a single merchant ship or warship, just a lot of aircraft, and now we're proceeding down to this area. We'll see if we actually make it down here. Honestly, with this attack, I don't know how many torpedoes I'm going to fire at each of these guys, but if I fire 2 a pop, that just leaves us with 2 torpedoes. It may be in our best interest to RTB after this. We'll see, though. We'll see what the situation requires. Okay, well, we are going to close in, and I think, you know what? Let's go ahead and dive the boat. Let's go down to periscope depth, please. And kind of plot a course here. We will utilize the Dick-O'Kane method to engage these guys. So, just switching things up a little bit. I did establish their speed is 9 knots, and what is their course? It looks like they are heading 287 degrees, so. Okay, folks, we are getting pretty close to our freighters here. This looks like a fairly large merchant ship, and I do think that is a small tanker there. I'm going to attempt to fire just 1 torpedo a piece. I may fire 2 at this one. Let's go ahead and try to identify it really quickly, although it is not necessary at all to identify the target with the method we are going to utilize here. And it looks like I got 1 gun on the bow and 1 on the stern there, so this is not something we would want to get into a surface engagement with, that is for sure. Alright. Let's flip through here. Single stack of midships. Pretty decent structure there. 2 masts. This may be her. Yeah, I think this is actually her. 5,000 tons. Let's go with just 1 fish. Let's just go with 1 fish. How about that? All right. We will use that when we need to set our torpedo depth, but we're going to run them pretty shallow. We had pretty bad luck with a couple of torpedoes running deep previously, so I think the shallow method is the way to go here. The tanker looks relatively small. I don't see it being any larger than this target, so let's go ahead and set our solution up. First off, we want our range to be max 1,200 yards. That's fine for now. Angle on bow for the Dick O'Kane method. Since the target's only moving 9 knots, we're just going to set it at 80 degrees to port. Set. We'll have our wire at 190, and speed of the target is 9 knots, as I said. So we will input all of this information into the TDC here. Make sure the range is actually inputted there. And now we wait. Well, this should be pretty accurate. So when the target crosses our wire here, we will just fire our fish. And as a matter of fact, I just realized we should be utilizing the night scope here for this. No need for a position keeper or anything like that. Make sure everything's plugged in properly. And yeah, now we wait. If we go to here, there's our torpedo track, and here's the ships closing in. Let's actually reduce speed. We are closing quite dramatically. Actually, I am curious how far away we are from the target. Hopefully we're not too close. Let's start moving forward. Let's start moving forward. We are getting a little close for comfort. Let's actually go standard. Yeah, a little close. Okay. Now to set up our fish. Keep this at 190. We will fire, let's just fire 1. Contact pistol, depth 0, no offset angle. Open tube number 7. Hydrophone operator. Follow the nearest contact. Lower our scope. No sound contact. Are you kidding me?
Yes, sir. Sweeping.
Okay, well that's annoying. We'll just wait here a little bit. We're starting to put some distance between us and the enemy, so we can slow down now. I think we're in a pretty good position here. Alright, up scope, and there's our target. Open tube number 7. Fuck, they spotted our scope. You gotta be kidding me. I'm surprised they spotted it just then. Oh, that sucks. It should be okay, though. I can't believe they spotted that. It's possible more of our tower broached than what I thought. Our scope wasn't that high in the water. Okay. There's the target. We will fire now. Okay, 2-7 is away. Down scope. Runtime should be very minimal.
Torpedo is a dud, sir.
Well, we just got a call out that our torpedo was a dud. It looks like it hit the target and did not explode. Okay? God damn it. Of course it didn't. I should have fired 2 in hindsight. Of course, it makes that easier with how our torpedoes have been handling. So I didn't really think that would be necessary. All right, where's target number 2? Okay, here's the other tanker. We will fire... Jesus. How the hell do you see me, guy? All right, all ahead standard. All right, we'll wait for the tanker to pass and we'll engage her. She is turning dramatically, though. Wow. Classic Mark 14 experience here. All right, up scope, tube 9, open it. She's getting there, but man, her track is, there's no way we're hitting. All right, down scope. We're re-engaging. Merchant ship, geez, their spotters have definitely been eating their carrots. Alright, we'll re-engage, my goodness. We broke contact using our high underwater speeds and surface to attempt to get into a suitable attack position. At 0714, visual contact was re-established with the enemy convoy. USS Gudgeon once again is in position, and it's a very similar position to the previous attack. We are a bit further away, so hopefully our scope will not be spotted. I was looking at this tanker, and the tanker looks to be unarmed. We can certainly utilize the deck gun against her. Our primary target is this guy with his two, 3-inch guns. Not a fan of those, that is for sure, but like I said, this is a very similar attack profile to the previous attack. The only difference is they are going slower. They're going around 7.5 knots now, and they are going slower because they are zigzagging, which is annoying, quite frankly. Not the best for us, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and set this up. Everything really should be, 7.5 knots instead of our 9-knot speed previously. We will utilize this method again because, well, our torpedo did hit the target. It just, the pistol did not go off. That's what I was trying to say there. Words are difficult, apparently. All right, contact pistol. Perfect. And now we wait. Let's check this just to see. Yep, pretty darn good. Pretty darn good, if I say so myself. Now we just wait for the targets to close in on the bearing of 190. And once they get close to there, I'm going to fire 2 fish this time at this target. And let's slow down. Actually, you know what? Let's start moving forward. Do not want to be spotted once again. I'm honestly surprised they picked out our scope in those heavy seas. I suppose the top of our conning tower could have broached. All right, let's go to the night attack, or night's periscope. Raise it. Target should be in a pretty good position. We will fire tubes number 7 and 9, and there she is, right on cue. Gotta love it. All right, open tube 7. Contact. And tube 9. All right, tube 7, we'll aim for the structure. Tube 9, we'll go for the funnel. Tube 7, fire. Tube 9, waves, fire. Down scope. There we go, folks. 2 impacts just aft of where I was aiming. So our speed reading was probably a little off. Like I said, they were zigzagging and such, so that can definitely throw those types of readings. And there's our tanker friend. We can try to fire 1. 0 degree contact. Open tube number 8. Let's see, how dramatically is she turning? It's hard to tell right now. We will use the low speed setting still to reduce our chance of a dud, and we will aim. We'll aim for the structure since our first couple of torpedoes went aft. Okay, tube 8, fire. All right, torpedo away. Well, there we have it, folks. 2 ships sent right down to the bottom. I am very happy with those results, actually. I was not 100% confident in our solution. I'm hearing explosions go off. Oh, wow, what an attack. That leaves us with just 2 torpedoes left. 1 in the bow and 1 in the stern. That will certainly be interesting to fire these off and see like what scenario we will find to utilize those 2 torpedoes. It's going to be tricky regardless. Anyway, that was awesome. Well, folks, that is going to be all for today's episode. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it does really help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.